Hello and thanks for tuning in to this video. This video is about a recent trip my wife and I took to Walt Disney World and Universal Studios in March 2022, and this is everything we ate. And as a side note, we generally eat breakfast in our room every morning on the way to catch the bus. Our first day we arrived around lunchtime, so we headed over to Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe, and we got the 4-piece chicken strips, which were $10.29 a piece, and we got one fountain drink, which was $3.99, and overall it was pretty good. We eat here quite a bit, and what I do like about this place, other than the toppings bar, is that they do mobile ordering, and I think that speeds up the process pretty good, especially when it's crowded around lunchtime, and it makes it very convenient. Plus you get Sunny Eclipse as a bonus.
As I was saying, we're here at the Starlight Lounge doing our little show from opening to closing every day. And if you've been out there wondering...
Here is a little bonus footage from the Transit Authority of the Tron Light Cycle roller coaster progress. Coming along pretty good. Later we decided we needed some ice cream, so we headed over to the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor at Magic Kingdom. We got the ice cream sandwich for $6.99, and I got a side of hot fudge, which I highly recommend. Total price $8.18. It's day 2, and we have our first table service reservation at Ohana at Polynesian Resort. So we ate breakfast in our room and headed to the parks, and we skipped lunch because we knew we would be eating a lot that afternoon. So we made our way over to the Poly. This is some footage of the Kona Island Coffee Bar in the Polynesian lobby. We didn't get anything here, we just thought it was kind of interesting what they had to offer along with the coffee that they have. So it was time for our reservation, and we headed over to the restaurant. The price for an adult dinner at Ohana right now is $55 per person, and we got a 10% discount with our annual pass, but the total ticket with tip came out to $130.44, and that's pushing it a little bit for me, but we got a nice table over by the window, and the food started coming out, and we got the noodles, the wings, pot stickers like we normally do, but the other food has changed a little bit. They started bringing it out instead of skewers, they bring it all out at one time and set it on your table. So you just have to start digging in. We were celebrating my wife April's birthday, so they did do something pretty nice, and they brought her out a selection of desserts, which was pretty neat. So all in all, we had a pretty good time, but it's getting a little steep. But I guess for the meal, that's what you pay. And there is the bread pudding with the ice cream, and we love that, and I think that's my favorite part of the meal. So it is day 3, and we head over to Animal Kingdom, and with early park admission we got in before 7:30 a.m. and we did Flight of Passage and the safari, and before we knew it, it was time for lunch. So we head over to Satuli Canteen over in World of Avatar, and this is a pretty good place to eat. It's got different kind of food, and we like it because it's not hamburgers or chicken or something like that. So also they do mobile ordering, which makes it pretty convenient. So we decided to get two of the bowls that they offer, where you pick a base such as noodles and you pick a meat to go on there in a sauce. And April got the chili garlic shrimp bowl for $15.49. She got noodles and the creamy herb dressing. I chose the combination bowl, which has grilled beef and chicken. It was $17.49, and I got the noodles and the charred green onion vinaigrette. And as you can see, the mobile ordering is pretty convenient. You just walk right up when they have your meal ready, and you just pick it up and head for your table. The fountain drinks are still $3.99, and one good thing about this place is you can refill your drinks as many times as you want, and that's getting to be a rarity there at Disney World. But the total cost for this meal was $39.38, and it was good as always. And to me, it seemed like you got a little more food this time, so that was a little bit of a surprise. But we really like it here, and I think it's a pretty good meal. A side note about the crowds, this was the spring break crowd, and it's pretty crowded. We've been pretty much every time of the year, but I think this is the worst I've seen it in a long, long time. This is actually the line, the standby line for Space Mountain, and it goes pretty good ways back. Later that evening, we headed over to Epcot for our second table service reservation, which was the Nine Dragons restaurant in the China Pavilion over at Epcot. And this was our first time to eat here, so we was kind of excited to get in here and try it out. We did notice while we were waiting for our reservation outside that several people were walk-ups, and they just went in and checked if they could be seated, and they were seated. So this might be a good option for you if you don't have a reservation anywhere else and you're really needing somewhere to sit down and have a nice meal. We ordered the spicy honey chicken. It was $23 a plate. The fountain drinks were $4.75. With our pass holder discount and everything totaled up with a tip, it was $65. The meal was pretty good. We enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't nothing really special, but I mean, it was very good, and it came out in a timely manner, so we really enjoyed this meal. For dessert, we wanted to try the gingerbread caramel cookie sandwich we had heard about over at Caramel Couche in Germany, so we headed over there. The line was out the door, but we used mobile ordering once again, and we didn't wait maybe 30 seconds and went in and picked our order up, and it was very good. We really liked this, and with our discount, annual pass discount, grand total was $5.10, and there was plenty there to share, so it was really good. So we headed back over to Magic Kingdom for the rest of the evening, and the crowds were pretty steady, as you can see, and it's actually pretty cool this day, weather-wise. But before we left for the night, we had to go by and ride my favorite ride again. So day 4, we headed over to Epcot. We had a lunch reservation at one of our favorite restaurants at Disney World, which is Via Napoli. over in the Italy Pavilion at Epcot. We try to eat here every time we go. It's really good. It's a good value for what you get, and it's always good service, and it's just one of our favorite places to go. On this particular trip, we got the large margarita pizza and 2 fountain drinks, and we got our annual pass discount. So the grand total with tip came out at around $50, but I think it's one of the best values left at Disney World for the meal you get, and it's always good, and we'll probably keep coming back here. And here's our large margarita pizza, which we split, and it comes out to be just about the right amount of food for us. And you see the end result. So after Via Napoli, we had to have some ice cream for dessert, so we caught a boat over to Hollywood Studios and went to Hollywood Scoops on Sunset Boulevard and got a scoop of ice cream before we walked over to see Beauty and the Beast live on stage. The ice cream was $5.99 a piece, and we got it in the cone and the cup. During this week, they were doing maintenance on Tower of Terror, so they had one side actually shut down with only one side running, so you can see what that does to the lines. The next day, we caught a ride share down to Universal, and we had stayed there last year at the Royal Pacific Hotel, and we decided just to upgrade our park tickets then to annual passes, and it wasn't very much more, so we figured we would get another use out of them, hopefully, and we decided to go down while we were at Disney and take a day and go down there. And we went down and got in early and got in line for Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure, and in my opinion, that's one of the best rides down there, period. So we did that and did a few other things, and it was lunchtime. But before lunch, we decided that we would try something out that we've never had, and the line is usually very long, but we got over a little early and we got to the Central Park Crepes, which is in the Universal Studios section. We've always wanted to try one of these, but the line is usually pretty long, so we got there early enough that we got in line and didn't wait really a long time. Each one is made to order, so we ordered a lemon and blueberry crepe, which was $9.99, but unlike Disney, at Universal Studios, I mean, you get a pass holder discount on snacks too, so it turned out to be $9.57 tax and all. And here it is coming out. I was actually a little surprised at this. There is a lot of weight there. I mean, it's a lot to eat, and we really liked it, enjoyed it, and I think we'll definitely be getting another one. We'll probably try a different flavor. They actually have a brisket one with cheese and stuff that sounded pretty good, and I've seen somebody get one of those, so that may be the next one we try. So for lunch, we decided to eat at the Monsters Cafe, and we've been here before, but the food was pretty good, so we figured we'd give it another try. We decided to split a meal here due to the fact that the crate was so filling and we wasn't really hungry. So we got one pulled pork platter with fries, which was $13.49, and two drinks. And we had our annual pass discount, and the grand total turned out to be $21.15. The theming here is about 1930s and 40s horror movies, and it's just a cool place to eat, and it's got lots of room in there, so we enjoyed our meal. Just a little tip, if you like extra barbecue sauce like I do, I mean you can get it, you just have to ask for an extra cup of it and they'll get you some. Later, before we left, we went over to the Universal Studios store, and they have a little bakery area in the back of the store. So we went back there, and we actually wound up getting a caramel apple with nuts. And after our discount, it turned out to be around $6. Here's a few of the other things they had there, and it all looked good to me. So that evening we caught a rideshare back to Animal Kingdom because we had a dinner reservation at a place we like, and that was Yak and Yeti. We have been to Yak and Yeti a few times, and it's usually pretty good. They do change their menu up occasionally, but we were glad to see that the coconut shrimp was still on there, so that's what we both ordered. We both thought it was very good. Then it was time for dessert, so we always get the fried wontons with ice cream, of course, and we love this a lot. And it was $12.99, and the shrimp was $25.99, so with our discount and tip and everything, it wound up right at $100 for the meal. Our last day we had a park pass for Magic Kingdom, so we went there for a while before we had to head back to catch our ride to the airport to catch our flight home. We decided to have lunch at Casey's Corner. We don't eat here very much, but we thought it sounded pretty good, so we put in a mobile order, and we got the corn dog nuggets, which were $10.29 a piece. And at Casey's they give you a large fountain drink, and it was $4.49, and it was pretty good. After our meal, we stopped off at Pop Century to look around their gift shop a little bit before we had to head back over to our resort and get ready to catch our ride back to the airport. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.